Good morning. It is Friday the 13th, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day. Lots of news on tap this morning. Earnings season has begun. The banks have been the focus since November the 9th. They've been bought. They rallied significantly in anticipation of less regulation and more money due to higher interest rates. And they'll be looking for confirmation of that, a little bit of confirmation of that in the statement and perhaps in the numbers. It'd be a little early for that those numbers to kick in into the banks, but that's why banks were bought. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike actual performance records, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Mouthful. Okay, taking a look at the 10-year. Today is post-auction day. The bonds and, well, in fact, all treasuries got slammed pretty hard yesterday. The auction was up here. We saw that. We found buying just below the Globex low from yesterday. And here we find ourselves back at 125.02. The inverse relationship between treasuries and equities is not 100%. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Generally speaking, it's there early in the session, but it can't really be counted on. So I'm going to play for a pause day. We'll look for a trading range in treasuries today. Okay, the news overnight, China's exports were down about 6% year on year. They're down 7.7%. Their imports are down 5.5% year on year. And the reports that I see say that international trade is about 30% of the world's GDP. It is important. There are certain spots in the world where you have manufacturing or production advantages, and that's where manufacturing and production for that particular product or commodity tends to end up. And so China economic policy is 100% mercantilist. They lower the yuan to make sure they maintain manufacturer share, but they've got they guessing 300 million in the middle class now out of their 1.2 billion. And so their economy will, over time, become more consumption oriented domestically and less dependent upon exports. So that's kind of the mitigating factor right there. No news to speak of out of Europe, although the European stock market did pretty well today. And we have a lot of news on tap this morning. PPI up 0.3. Core up a 1/10. Janet Yellen last night said that it looks like inflation is getting close to their target of 2% and that business is good and that they'd be looking to decrease their holdings or start to whittle away on their balance sheet. Retail sales up 0.7. That's a big number. If it comes in like that, it should hurt treasuries. Ex-autos up 0.5. Another big number, should hurt treasuries if it comes in that way. The focus, PPI is a leading indicator. This number could impact trading in treasuries. Less so in equities. Business inventories up 0.6. That could be good or it could be bad. It could be building inventories in anticipation of great sales, or it could be lousy sales where inventories have built larger than you'd like to have them. And based on the Christmas shopping and the retail sales at the end of the year, that could be the case for business inventories. Consumer sentiment, 98.6. It's a very, very small survey. My guess is that number comes in higher than expected because the consumer sentiment numbers and confidence numbers have all come in higher than forecast. You know, that the nation breathed a big sigh of relief the night of early in the morning of November the 9th. And they did it because there's a feeling right now that things can get back the way they've always been, where you did have a future in that. No matter what happens, recession-wise or the rest of it, it wouldn't be forever, and that we would have our normal business cycle. So this number right here could be higher than forecast. My guess is that it will be. News focus, retail sales, ex-autos, PPI, and consumer sentiment, and then earnings for the stock market more so than for us. So the first sell is 3 to 7.
Charlie, you don't have any
11 to 15.
Charlie,
On the buy side, 25, 29. We're going to start off with a trading range strategy. And then 17 to 21 for buy 2.
Can you hear me, Charlie? Can you hear me? Charlie? You need to turn on your screens.
Okay, looking at the 30-year. The auction high is 53.24. I'd put that as the outside resistance. Then 53.11. Then we had this spill. So we've got pretty good resistance starting at 153, 153.04. So we'll make that number 1. Good yield to sell at 31. So 7 to 11 will be sell 1. Picking up this area right here. And 15 to 19 will be sell 2. Guessing we're going to have a trading range. On the buy side, 20 to 24 is number 1. So 13 to 17 will be buy 1. And 1 to 5 will be buy 2. Normally, we have a pause day after an auction week. And we'll play for that. The hook today is the news. And we have potential market moving news. When I looked at it at 5 a.m. this morning, gold was pretty quiet, pretty much unchanged. Let's see what has happened since then. Okay, we have a buyer at 90 to 92 last night on gold. We were hoping to buy 90 to 92. Looks like the low is 91. Trading up, so resistance is 1199 is the low volume number, 1200, so we'll make 99.01, sell 1, 4 to 6, sell 2. On the buy side, Frankfurt's low was 93. We're at 98, so 93, 95, buy 1. And 90, 92, buy 2. So basically trying to buy 90s to 95s. And would like to sell 1200s, 1205s.
Charlie, if you can hear me, you need to display your screens.
Euro showed some strength last night. The news articles were about how the worst week for the dollar since I forget when. Been a while. So here we are at 69. First sell is 675. 107, sell 2. On the buy side, 106.50 and 106.25 for buy 2. The news can move the euro today. If it comes in higher than forecast, it would show our economy is stronger than theirs on a relative basis. Sell the euro. If it comes in lower than forecast, buy the euro. Okay, crude got hit pretty good last night. And again, this weekend we'll look for supportive comments out of OPEC. We had a 53.25 to 50 sell last night. The high was 53.15. Didn't quite make it. There's the split. So got to move out of the middle. P period last night, we were headed down. Stops below 52. Looks like the first place, so 52 even, 52 and a quarter by one. Then 51.50, 51.75 by two. On the sell side, 52.75, 53, sell one. 53 and a quarter, 53.50, sell two. Okay, the E-mini. Down to the news this morning. Bank of America's earnings disappointed. We'll see what the others are. All the major banks' earnings excuse me, are supposed to be out before the market opens this morning. So very, very tight range, awaiting the 8:30 Eastern news and earnings. I think this market is still pointed to 20,000 Dow, 2,300 E-mini before Trump's inauguration. Obviously they want news, or they're waiting on something to break us out of this trading range, but we're holding up really, really well. So 22.50, 55 is support, 22.70, 75 is resistance. We're looking for a move out of the 22.65 area. Right now, in front of the news, 69.71, sell one. 74.76, sell two. On the buy side, 60.62 buy one. And then 55.57 buy two. Quick review of the news. PPI plus 0.3. Core plus 0.1. Retail sales plus 0.7. Big number. Plus 0.5 ex auto. Big number. Business inventories plus 0.6. No one will pay any attention to it. Consumer sentiment 98.6. Probably comes in higher than that. And Baker Hughes rig count last week was 870. That number could come in higher also. News focus. Retail sales, ex auto, PPI, consumer sentiment. Going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on it. I will be back with you as soon as possible.